snacks in hand, the vibe is set, and once I start, you won't forget. Don't eat too much, cause you gotta stay fine. But come on, bestie, yes, it is. Hi, bestie. I missed you. But I'm glad that you're here because it's time. You got your snack or meal or rolling equipment. You got your cola. How many times are we going to have this conversation? IGbeverage.com. Anyway, on to the story. So, for the sake of the story, let's call this person Daisy. And I don't want to start thinking of names, so start commenting y'all names too, because I'm about to just use y'all names. Now, Daisy has a problem because Daisy's love life is basura. Same type of men, same toxic endings, same emotional exhaustion. It doesn't matter how many different type of men she tries to date. Like, she tries to date different men so that she doesn't get the same results, but she does. But there's also this one dream she's been having since she was a teenager. In the dream, she's always in a house that she doesn't recognize, but somehow she knew it was her house. And there's always a man inside that house. It wasn't like the man broke in or anything like that. He's just always there. She'll have the dream and she'll be sitting at a dinner table. He'll be sitting across from her at the end and she'll be sitting where she's sitting. She never sees his face. Every time she has this dream, which was recurring, she never sees his face clearly. She just feels attached to him, you know? Now, remember that dream because it's going to be very important. So, she tries her best to date different men, different races, different whatever, but she always ends up with the same result. And it's always her being heartbroken. Mind you, Daisy follows me, right? And so one day she's on TikTok and she sees one of my stories and it's about how somebody had a spiritual spouse and they used my ebook to get rid of the spiritual spouse. And so Daisy's like, what's a spiritual spouse? And funny enough, someone in the comment asked me the same thing and I made a whole video about what a spiritual spouse is. And I kind of broke it down like signs that you might have a spiritual spouse. And she's looking at this video like, oh, is that what's happening? She's like, bet, say no more. She got the ebook. She did the fast. Now, this is where it starts getting crazy. Know that Daisy is not really a religious person, you know? She knows about God. She knows that God is real, but she was never the type to, you know? But my ebook is rooted in prayers. And as she's reading, the ebook and she's reading like the fasting part, she's reading one of the prayers that I put in there, right? And for some reason, her stomach dropped at one specific part. If you want to know what that part is, you got to get the book yourself. Her stomach dropped, right? Almost like her body recognized it before her mind did. So anyway, she decides to do the fast exactly how it's written in the book. Now, day 2 of the fast, she started that whole day. She was feeling irritated for no reason. Angry, emotional. She even almost quit. And she was this close to, but then something told her like, funny that you're fasting and now you want to quit. Like you're getting emotional out of nowhere. You're getting irritated. She was very self-aware and she was able to realize that. And she was like, okay, I'm just going to stick to it. This is day 2. I only have like one more day to go. Anyway, she survived day 2. She does day 3. She survives day 3. She's done, right? Wrong. That night, she went to sleep and had that same reoccurring dream that she had all the time, just a little different. So she's sitting at that table. That man is sitting across from her. She's in that same house. She still can't see his face. This time he spoke. And not only did he speak to her, he said her full government name. Not nickname, nothing. He said her full government name. And that was the dream. Mind you, she's been having this dream for years. This man has never spoken to her every time she has that dream. That kind of scared her because the way he said her name too was kind of like he was angry at her, right? So boom, day 4. Mind you, she's done fasting. This is just regular days. She goes to sleep. She wakes up in the middle of the night with the heaviest feeling ever. It was like she was having a panic attack. Like her heart was racing. The air felt thick. She looked at the time. She saw 3 something. She said, oh, hell no. Because mind you, she watches me. She knows what that means. And as she's sitting there, she feels some kind of pressure on her chest. And she swore she couldn't move for a few seconds. Like she legit was frozen. So instantly, she remembered one of the prayers that she did from the fast. And so she started reciting that in her head. And it was as if her body was fighting back, because as she's saying it in her head, her body's feeling stiffer and stiffer. So she decides, I'm going to say it out loud. So she starts saying the prayer out loud. And the moment she started saying it out loud, her body jolted. Like, you know that feeling when you wake up from like a dream of you falling? It was like that. However, the pressure that she was feeling was lifted instantly. And she immediately started crying, like tears rolling down her eyes. But not because she was scared. She felt this overwhelming feeling of relief. And she proceeded to cry for the next hour. And then eventually she was able to go back to sleep, thinking, we're good now. I feel relieved. I cried for an hour. This thing is working. We're good. We're not. So she goes back to sleep and she dreams again. This time, that man was at the foot of her bed. And he did not look happy. He looked very much angry. But for some reason, this time, she wasn't feeling scared. She was kind of feeling like she had some balls. And although it was a dream, she said it very much felt real. Like she went to sleep, moved a little bit, opened her eyes, and he was just standing there. And he was staring at her looking angry. And she's looking at him and she decided to tell him, get out. And the moment she said that, you can see like the anger in his face kind of turn into fear a little bit. And then he tries to open his mouth to say her name like he did earlier, but he couldn't. It wouldn't come out. And so when she realized that, she realizes like, oh, are you getting weak? She tells him again, get out in Jesus' name. And she said, I kid you not, it's like his eyes literally turned into fire. And he just slowly backed himself out of the room. And then she woke up right after. However, she said that wasn't no damn dream, bro. Like there's no way that was a dream. However, when she woke up, she can physically, spiritually, mentally feel the difference. It's like it was some kind of weight that she didn't even know she was carrying all these years. And so that's when she put it together. She's like, yo, I really did have a spiritual spouse, bro. But from watching me, she also know how those things can be and how jealous that they are. So she is on edge, right? And she was on edge for about 2 weeks after that. But those 2 weeks were some amazing 2 weeks, right? She was meeting people left and right. People that she didn't even know thought about her were texting her, trying to take her out. And she had that one ex. Y'all know how you got that one worst ex? That nigga would not leave her alone. I mean, she was even thinking about getting a restraining order. That's how bad it was. Why did she find out that he blocked her off of everything? Unprovoked, too. Like, she didn't do anything to him or nothing. He just blocked her everywhere. So she definitely took that as a sign. So make sure you go get yours. The link is in the bio. It's called Cleansed and Covered. I worked really hard on it. Forget to get your cola, okay? All right, I love you. Bye.